In the oppressive stillness of the abandoned prison, Victoria awoke to the chilling realization that her reality had transformed into a nightmare. Confined within cold iron walls, she grappled with the unnerving silence that enveloped the desolate corridors, echoing with the forgotten whispers of imprisoned souls. As Victoria navigated the labyrinthine maze, the oppressive atmosphere seemed to intensify. Shadows danced on the decaying walls, revealing glimpses of a spectral past that clung to the forsaken prison. The air itself held the weight of despair, a palpable force that seemed to conspire against any hope of escape. Desperation fueled Victoria's exploration, leading her deeper into the heart of the forsaken facility. Each step resonated with the haunting echoes of distant cries, the ghosts of inmates long departed. As she traversed the dimly lit corridors, cryptic symbols etched into the walls hinted at a forgotten ritual that bound the prison to forces beyond comprehension. The boundaries between the living and the spectral blurred, and Victoria found herself confronting phantoms of the past. Ghostly apparitions wandered the desolate halls, replaying moments of anguish and torment. Among them, a spectral figure, seemingly tethered to the prison's malevolent history, beckoned Victoria to unveil the truth. Driven by an unseen force, Victoria followed the spectral guide through hidden passages and forgotten cells. The prison's secrets unraveled before her, exposing a malevolent entity that had woven itself into the very fabric of the forsaken structure. The entity, hungry for liberation, sought to ensnare the living within its spectral web. As Victoria delved deeper into the heart of the supernatural conspiracy, she discovered a relic, an ancient artifact that held the key to severing the ethereal chains that bound the prison and its spectral inhabitants. Guided by the spectral figure, she embarked on a perilous journey to cleanse the prison of its otherworldly affliction. The final confrontation took place in the bowels of the prison, where the ethereal entity manifested in a vortex of shadows. With the ancient artifact in hand, Victoria channeled the spirit's collective anguish, and in a blinding surge of light, shattered the malevolent force that had ensnared the forsaken prison for centuries. As the echoes of the forgotten faded into the abyss, Victoria found herself standing in the abandoned prison, now free from the spectral shackles. The oppressive stillness lifted, replaced by a sense of liberation. The prison, once a haunting labyrinth, now stood silent, its walls no longer haunted by the ominous whispers of the past. In the aftermath of the supernatural confrontation, Victoria emerged from the abandoned prison, her spirit unburdened by the malevolent forces that once held sway. The world outside, bathed in the cold light of the moon, welcomed her with a renewed sense of freedom. As she stepped into the crisp night air, Victoria felt a profound connection with the spectral guide who had led her through the labyrinth of forgotten memories. The apparition, now released from its spectral prison, lingered for a moment before dissipating into the ether. A silent acknowledgement passed between them, an understanding that transcended the boundaries between the living and the departed. Returning to the world she thought she had lost, Victoria carried with her the echoes of the forgotten. The prison, once a vessel of torment, now stood as a testament to her resilience and the liberation of imprisoned souls. She couldn't erase the horrors etched into its walls, but she had severed the chains that bound the past to the present. News of the mysterious prison's transformation spread throughout the town, capturing the attention of those who had long regarded it as a place of malevolence. Skeptics turned into believers, and the once forgotten prison became a symbol of redemption and rebirth. Haunted by the experience, Victoria dedicated herself to unraveling the mysteries of the supernatural. She delved into ancient texts and consulted with experts in paranormal phenomena, driven by an insatiable curiosity to understand the ethereal forces that had entangled her life with the forgotten. The echoes of the forgotten continued to resonate within her, guiding Victoria towards a newfound purpose. As she embarked on a journey beyond the boundaries of the ordinary, she realized that her encounter with the supernatural had irrevocably altered the course of her life. In the heart of the town that had once shunned the forsaken prison, a sense of tranquility replaced the ominous darkness. The once abandoned structure, now standing as a testament to the triumph over malevolence, became a beacon of hope for those who believed in the transformative power of courage and resilience. And so, as Victoria embraced the enigmatic path that lay ahead, she carried with her the echoes of the forgotten, a reminder that even in the darkest corners of existence, redemption and liberation could emerge, transcending the boundaries between the living and the spectral realm. In the heart of a secluded town nestled between ancient woods, a bank stood as an unassuming guardian of secrets. Unknown to many, it held the riches of witches, artifacts and talismans passed down through generations. The townsfolk revered the mystical inheritance, safeguarding it within the bank's imposing vault. One moonlit night, shrouded in an eerie mist, a figure emerged from the shadows, the notorious bank robber known as Jasper Nightshade. Drawn by whispers of supernatural wealth, Jasper devised a plan to infiltrate the Bewitched vault and snatch the treasures concealed within. As he approached the town, the air thickened with an otherworldly presence. Unbeknownst to Jasper, the witches, guardians of their ancestral riches, sensed the impending threat. Deep within the ancient woods, they convened to decide the fate of the audacious intruder. Jasper, undeterred by the supernatural forces that stirred around him, executed his plan with precision. The bank, an architectural relic, seemed unsuspecting, but its walls resonated with the magic interwoven into the town's history. Breaking into the bank under the cover of darkness, Jasper confronted the imposing vault. Unfazed, he skillfully navigated the arcane wards and protective spells woven into the lock. As the door creaked open, a surge of mystical energy engulfed him, an ominous warning that he had trespassed into a realm beyond his understanding. Inside the vault, Jasper laid eyes on artifacts adorned with symbols of ancient power. Jewels that captured the essence of forgotten incantations, and scrolls containing spells inscribed by witches long gone. The air hummed with a spectral energy, and shadows danced on the walls, whispering secrets of centuries past. But the witches, aware of the intrusion, decided to intervene. Their ethereal forms materialized within the vault, surrounding Jasper with an aura of bewitched authority. Their eyes glowed with an otherworldly light as they spoke in unison, a chorus of voices from the depths of time. You who dare steal from the riches of witches shall face the consequences of your transgressions. As they uttered the words, the artifacts within the vault resonated with a power that transcended mortal comprehension. Jasper felt an unseen force binding him, and the stolen treasures levitated, returning to their rightful places. In an instant, the vault sealed itself, trapping Jasper within its mystic confines. The witches, satisfied that justice had been served, faded back into the shadows, leaving the bank to reclaim its mystical equilibrium. The town awoke to find the bank untouched, its secrets guarded by the supernatural forces that dwelled within. Jasper, forever marked by the encounter, vanished from the small town, a mere whisper in the wind, a cautionary tale of the consequences that befell those who sought to defy the enchantments of the witch's riches. In the aftermath of Jasper Nightshade's failed attempt to plunder the Bewitched vault, an eerie hush settled over the small town. The townsfolk, unaware of the supernatural events that unfolded within the bank, couldn't shake the feeling that something otherworldly lingered in the air. As the moon cast its silvery glow upon the hollow, strange occurrences began to unfold. Shadows, once mere figments of the night, gained a life of their own, twisting and contorting into ethereal shapes. Whispers echoed through the moonlit streets, carrying tales of the attempted theft and the awakening of ancient powers. Amelia Holloway, a curious young woman with an affinity for the mystical, sensed the shift in the town's energy. Drawn to the secrets that lay hidden in the heart of the Bewitched vault, she embarked on a journey to unravel the mysteries that now clung to the town like a haunting melody. Guided by an ancestral connection to the witches who safeguarded the treasures, Amelia ventured into the woods, where the trees whispered secrets and the shadows seemed to beckon her forward. She followed an ethereal trail, a luminescent path leading her to a clearing, bathed in the soft glow of moonlight. In the center of the clearing, a spectral manifestation of the witches appeared. Their forms, translucent and ancient, greeted Amelia with a knowing gaze. The leader among them, a figure cloaked in a silvery aura, spoke with a voice that resonated through the hollow. Amelia Holloway, seeker of the supernatural, the balance has been disrupted, and the echoes of your town's past stir with restlessness. The vault remains guarded, but the threads of magic are frayed. Amelia, undeterred by the otherworldly presence, sought to understand the consequences of Jasper's intrusion. The witches, recognizing her kinship with the mystical forces, granted her insight into the town's history and the delicate equilibrium that bound its supernatural elements. As she delved into the secrets of the moonlit hollow, Amelia discovered that the attempt to breach the Bewitched vault had awakened dormant powers. The town's connection to the mystical realm had deepened, blurring the line between the mundane and the magical. Determined to restore the balance, Amelia became a conduit between the mortal and supernatural realms. Through rituals passed down by the witches, she performed acts of atonement to mend the threads of magic that had been disturbed. Shadows, once twisted and foreboding, began to dance in harmony with the moonlit night. The townsfolk, unaware of the mystical undertakings, felt an inexplicable sense of tranquility. The whispers in the night transformed into a melodic hum, a soothing symphony that echoed through the moonlit hollow. Amelia, having embraced her role as a guardian of the town's mystical heritage, continued to explore the secrets hidden within the moonlit woods. The Bewitched vault, though sealed, held tales untold, and she became the keeper of the enigmatic legacy, a guardian against the tides of imbalance that threatened to disrupt the delicate dance between the mundane and the supernatural.